In my country, no citizen will remain useless. If your hands and legs are strong, you must work, not beg. Together we will build Burkina Faso with our own strength.
Brigade Labal is a special civic team in Burkina Faso that was created to keep the country clean, disciplined and safe. Many years, people complained that some citizens refused to follow rules. Some threw dirt in public places, some made loud noise on the streets, and many strong people chose begging instead of working. The government decided to stop this problem in a smart way. Instead of only arresting people or putting them in prison, they formed Brigade Labal in 2025. Brigade Labal works like a big family of volunteers and officers. They go to streets, markets, bus stations, and busy places to check if everyone is following basic rules. If someone is breaking simple laws such as begging while they are strong and healthy, leaving dirt in public places, or disturbing people, they talk to them, explain the laws, and show them the rules they broke. They do not attack people or hurt them. They first teach and correct them. However, when someone still refuses to follow the law, Brigade Labal takes action. The person is not thrown into prison. Instead, they are given a chance to work for the nation. They clean roads, build pavements, paint public buildings, or work on farms. This makes the country grow and become better. The idea behind Brigade Labal is very powerful. No citizen should be useless. Everyone must contribute to the country. Many young people who used to sit idle are now working proudly. The streets look cleaner, the environment looks fresher, and respect for law is increasing day by day. Burkina Faso wants to build a strong nation, and Brigade Labal is helping to make that dream real. In many African countries, including Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, and Burkina Faso, you see beggars on the streets daily. Some really need help, but many others only pretend. These fake beggars are strong and healthy but act weak to make money easily from kind people. Some pretend to be blind, some tie their legs to look disabled, some carry little children to get sympathy. They earn money without working, and sometimes they earn more than workers who hustle every day. The Burkina Faso government said this must stop. According to the law, if someone is able to work but chooses to beg, that person is breaking the law. It is a crime because the person refuses to contribute to society. The law also says that fake begging can be punished with 2 to 6 months in prison. If someone uses tricks like pretending to be injured or blind, the punishment can be 3 months to 1 year. And if someone uses small children to beg, the punishment is even stronger. Begging looks simple, but it affects the country badly. It stops people from working, it discourages young people from trying, it brings laziness to the society, and sometimes it hides criminal activities. Burkina Faso believes that a strong person must work, not beg. Work brings respect, dignity, and progress. So now, fake begging is treated as a serious crime, not a funny street act. The country wants everyone to stand up, use their strength, and help the nation grow. Before, when someone begged illegally or used children to get money, they could go to jail. But Burkina Faso found a better idea. Sending people to jail will not make the country grow. Giving them work will. So instead of prison, fake beggars are now sent straight to work sites. They wear uniforms and join national projects, building pavements, cleaning gutters, maintaining roads, or planting trees. This is not punishment to destroy their life. It is a punishment to wake them up. It teaches responsibility and hard work. These men and women suddenly understand that sitting on the street all day pretending is not the right way. When they work and see progress with their own hands, they feel proud. The country benefits too. Roads become better, cities become cleaner, and the environment becomes more beautiful. Even the beggars later thank the government for giving them a real purpose instead of jail. This new system has reduced begging drastically. Many citizens now fear breaking these laws because they know they will be taken straight to the construction field. Children who were once forced to beg are now safe and free. People are realizing that there is dignity in labor. Work builds a nation, begging destroys it. Burkina Faso is showing the world that discipline plus opportunity creates success. The message in Burkina Faso is very simple. If your hands are strong and your legs are strong, then you must work. The country has farms, construction projects, cleaning programs, and new developments everywhere. There is always work for anybody who is ready. No one should sit on the street and pretend to be helpless when they have energy. Some beggars used to say, there is no job. Now the answer is, there is job. Work for your country. Even if someone doesn't know how to read or write, they can carry sand, push wheelbarrows, plant crops, or clean roads. Work is not shameful. Begging while strong is shameful. Work builds confidence. When people work, they feel useful to their family and to their nation. Some former beggars now wake up early, dress in work uniforms, and feel proud that they earn their money with sweat, not tricks. This system also protects children. Parents who force kids to beg instead of going to school lose their rights. The children are moved to safe homes and school programs. The government wants every child to have a bright future, not a begging life. Burkina Faso is teaching something powerful to all of Africa and the world. A country becomes strong when its people work, not when its people beg. Fake begging may look small, but it is very dangerous for a country. When strong and healthy people beg, they stop working. When many people stop working, the country becomes poor. If young people see beggars making easy money without effort, they will also prefer laziness instead of hard work. This creates a society where people want fast income without skills or responsibility. Fake begging also encourages crime. Some beggars pretend to be weak so people pity them, but inside their pockets they hold sharp weapons like knives to defend their money or attack if someone tries to steal from them. Many fake beggars hide money inside long hidden pockets in their clothes. Some even hire children to sit beside them because people give more money when a child is present. This is not kindness, it is exploitation. When dishonest begging increases, the public loses trust. People become afraid to donate because they don't know who really needs help and who is pretending. Genuine disabled or sick people who truly need support may then suffer because the community becomes suspicious. Fake begging also gives a bad image of the country to visitors and investors. When tourists see many beggars, they think the country is unsafe and poor. Burkina Faso understood this early and decided to stop it, not by hatred, not by violence, but by discipline and opportunity. Fake beggars are corrected, educated, and then placed into real work. The government's idea is simple. Work brings dignity. Begging destroys dignity. When people work, they support their families, build their community, and gain self-respect. The dangerous cycle of fake begging is now being replaced with a cycle of productivity and positive change. One of the biggest problems on the streets was the use of small children in begging. Some parents or guardians would carry a baby or make a child sit beside them to attract sympathy. When people see children suffering, they feel emotional and give money. These adults knew that very well, so they forced kids into begging instead of sending them to school. This destroyed the children's future and exposed them to danger, sun, hunger, and diseases. Burkina Faso said no more. The law is very strict. If a child under 6 years old is used on the street for begging, the parents can be fined, imprisoned, and even lose custody of the child. The government wants children in school, not on the road. If the parents cannot provide education and safety, the state will step in to protect the child. When Brigade Labal finds children used in begging, they do not make the kids work. The kids are taken into safety programs, where they get food, shelter, medical care, and education. Many children who were once begging are now studying, playing, and living a normal childhood. That is the real victory. The government also teaches parents that poverty should not be an excuse for forcing children into begging. There are work programs, farming projects, and support systems for adults. If the parent is strong, they must work, not rest while the child suffers. These rules make sure that no child loses their future because of begging. Burkina Faso has proven that protecting children means protecting the next generation of the nation. Some people think that the purpose of Brigade Labal is to punish beggars, but that is not true. The main purpose is to transform lives. The government believes that most people who beg do so because they once gave up hope. Maybe they tried to find work and failed. Maybe life became too difficult. Maybe they wanted fast money. But deep down, every human wants respect and a meaningful life. When these beggars start working, something beautiful happens. They feel useful again. They see their work helping the country. They earn money with dignity instead of tricks. They build confidence and discipline. Some of them even become team leaders on the work sites. They wake up early, get ready for work, and go home tired but happy because they earned their daily bread honestly. Families also feel proud. Instead of a father sitting on the street acting weak, children now see him building roads or planting trees. Instead of hiding coins in a deep pocket, the money now comes from real work. This gives respect inside the home and community. The streets also change. Markets become cleaner, roads become safer, noise pollution reduces. Slowly society becomes organized and peaceful. People understand that law is not the enemy. Discipline is the friend of progress. This system is not only about removing begging, it is about bringing hope back to the lives of those who lost it. It shows the world that development does not begin with money. Development begins with mindset. The real message behind all these actions is very clear. A country cannot grow if many people sit and only a few people work. Development is not magic, it is teamwork. When citizens use their strength to help the nation rises. When citizens avoid work, the nation weakens. Burkina Faso has farms to develop, infrastructure to improve, houses to build, roads to maintain, and factories to grow. Every strong man and woman has a place to work. When one person works, one family becomes stronger. When millions of people work, the country becomes powerful. This approach inspires unity. It teaches people that everyone is responsible, not only leaders and government. A soldier cannot build the country alone. A president cannot build the country alone. But when the farmer grows food, the mason builds houses, the cleaner keeps streets neat, the teacher builds mines, and the citizen follows laws, the whole nation wins. Brigade Label and the new laws are actually a message for all of Africa. Nobody should be useless. Everyone is important. Everyone has a role. Burkina Faso is proving that development does not always need IMF loans or foreign dependency. A country becomes strong when its people decide to be strong. Hard work is the real engine of progress. When something unusual or unexpected happens in Africa, big foreign news channels like BBC and CNN sometimes report the story in a way that makes Africa look bad. Many times they do not explain the full situation, they only show the part that will make people shocked or emotional. For example, some media may report Burkina Faso forces beggars to do hard labor, but they will not show the real reason behind it. They may not show that many of those beggars were healthy and pretending to be disabled. They may not explain that many parents were forcing small children to beg in the sun all day. They may not mention that these actions are illegal and harmful to the country. Foreign media sometimes forget that different countries have different challenges. In Burkina Faso, the government wants every strong person to work because the nation is rebuilding and growing. Instead of putting the fake beggars in prison, they give them jobs so they can learn responsibility and support themselves. That is a smart decision, not a cruel one. But if foreign media only show the videos of people working under Brigade Labal without explaining the background, people outside Africa will misunderstand and think the government is wicked. This is why local African voices must be heard more. People in Burkina Faso understand the problem better because they live there and face the effects every day. When the full truth is told, the world will see that Burkina Faso is not abusing its citizens, it is training them to become useful, responsible and hard-working for the future of the country. Real development begins with real discipline. The true dream behind all of this is not punishment. The real dream is transformation. Burkina Faso wants to build a country where everyone feels responsible, everyone contributes and no one is left idle on the streets. The government wants clean cities, organized markets, safe streets and proud citizens. This cannot happen if thousands of strong people pretend to be helpless and avoid working. By giving work instead of jail, the country is guiding people, not destroying them. Discipline is becoming a culture. Work is becoming a habit. Parents are learning to protect their children instead of exploiting them. Citizens now understand that laws exist not to scare them, but to help society grow. When people break the law, the correction they receive teaches them lessons for life. The result is already visible. Streets are cleaner. Noise has reduced. Criminal tricks through fake begging have dropped. People who once sat on the ground all day doing nothing are now supporting the same nation they once ignored. They wear uniforms with pride. They hold tools with confidence. Their hands are now helping to build schools, pavements, parks and farms. This system gives hope to every African country. Development is not only about money or foreign aid. Development starts when citizens take responsibility. When everybody works, everybody wins. A strong nation is not built by miracles, it is built by discipline, unity, and hard work. Burkina Faso is showing the world a powerful example. A nation grows fastest when no one is left idle, and everyone plays a part in building the future.